you how to make soft molasses cookies.
I love it.
Boom, baby! So here's a little backstory on where this recipe comes from and why we're making it today. As a child, I used to go over to my great-grandmother's and we would sit around her table in the kitchen and she would pull out these big blocks of cookies that she'd have pre-made. She'd heat one up and we'd have them with a glass of milk in her kitchen and enjoy these delicious cookies. Over the years, I miss those cookies because the recipe has somehow disappeared, and I'm hoping my Nana has it in her cookbook, but still haven't gotten my hands on that. So for now, we're gonna try this recipe that I got out of a friend's cookbook from like the I'm guessing it's 1940s and 1950s. I couldn't find an actual like production year in it. However, it's really old, and you can tell just by the wear of the book itself. So this is for soft molasses cookies, and I will leave a description of the recipe in the description of the video. And in the comments, you guys can tell me if you recreate the recipe as well, and then what you thought of it. Alright, so let's get this cookie recipe on the roll here. We're gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 400. And then it says add the flour, ginger, cinnamon, and salt. So we have 2 1/4 cups, and then, and I'm reading this recipe off of a picture I took from the cookbook, so this is why I'm looking over here. Ginger, so we want a teaspoon of ginger, got a teaspoon pre-measured, and a teaspoon of cinnamon, which is pre-measured, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Gotta get our salt on. Let's see, what else? Okay, so we're gonna mix that together. I'm just gonna use this here and stir it up. All right. Then it says dissolve soda, which is the baking soda, in hot water. So I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda dissolved in 2 tablespoons of hot water. So we're gonna add that here. Mix it up. So I'm mixing the baking soda in the hot water to dissolve the baking soda. Okay, then it says to mix the shortening, sugar, molasses, and egg until very light and fluffy. So I'm gonna grab a second bowl, so I was not thinking. Okay, we've got our second bowl for, it's hard to read, let's see, mixed shortening, so 1/2 cup of soft shortening. And I just used Kroger brand all vegetable shortening, which you could use Crisco, that's a name brand. I just have this on hand for today. Okay, and then a 1/2 cup of sugar. Got my 1/2 cup of sugar here. And a 1/2 cup of molasses. Look at this dark brown, rich, yummy goodness. I think my favorite part, besides the chewiness of these cookies, was my grandma rolled the outside in sugar. And so they always had this dark brown cookie with this really pretty white sugar all over it, with the cracks that it forms when it's baked. Okay. And then we're going to add the egg. So 1 egg. And we're gonna beat that together until light and fluffy. gonna get noisy. The consistency you want it to be. Alright, so now we're gonna mix the flour mixture alternately with cold water. Okay. So we're going to alternate back and forth with cold water, I guess. So we need 6 tablespoons of cold water, which I don't have pre-measured, so I'm going to do those real fast. Okay. So what I did is I grabbed a bigger bowl, filled it with cold water, and I'm just going to scoop each tablespoon as I alternate between the water and the flour. Tablespoon at a time. Okay, so I'm all done mixing the batter, and I've added the dissolved baking soda after I was done with the water and the flour mixture combo. So that's all done, it's all been here mixed up, and we're gonna go ahead and get it ready to go in the oven. Okay, so here we are. I'm getting ready to put them in the oven. The recipe called for 1 teaspoonful rounded 2 inches apart on the baking tray. I'm gonna stick them in the oven for, I wanna say it's 10 minutes. 12 minutes. So we're gonna stick them in the oven for 12 minutes, and when they're done, I will show you what they look like.
Hey, Dad.
All right, they're done. Let's see what they look like. Soft to the touch. Alright, so I have to wait for these to cool just a few minutes, and then I'm gonna taste one and see what they taste like, and if they're anything close to what my great-grandmother get to taste one of these beautiful brown goodness morsels. Morsels of goodness. The way I remember them, which I was gonna try something, is that they had sugar over the top of them, so I don't think this is how she did it though. I'm just gonna put sugar over the top of a couple. My thought is that she dipped them in the sugar, or rolled them in sugar before she put them on the pan. Alright, so let me grab a spatula and let's taste one of these cookies. Ooh, they're hot, hot. They're not bad. I think they need to be cooked a little bit less than the 12 minutes that it says. So I think on the next batch, I'm probably gonna cook for maybe 10 minutes instead of 12 and see how that goes. But flavor-wise, they're similar. I think also she probably rolled them in sugar before she baked them, because I tried pouring sugar over the top. It's not the same effect. And that's okay. This is all trial and error. So thanks for watching today, and catch the recipe in the description and try it for yourself. Thanks!